Hello everyone and welcome back to our class in Artificial Intelligence in Finance. Now we want to use a multi-layer perceptron in this example of images that we need to categorize. We need to determine whether the handwritten images are, for example, a 5, a 3 or a 9. Now we want to build a first model, a multi-layer perceptron, and the core data structure in Keras is a model. The simplest type of a model is a sequential one, where potentially different kinds of layers are stacked sequentially on each other. And we start by defining a sequential model via this code Keras model sequential and subsequently add layers to it. Now, instead of the object-oriented syntax in the Python original Keras library, which is model add, the R package uses the pipe operator, which is a percentage sign larger and percentage sign that we are already familiar with from the dplyr package, which is also used in that one. And even shallow models can exhibit hundreds of thousands of parameters. Therefore, be careful of overfitting. We are going to discuss overfitting in the next video in detail, and we are going to have a look at a very simple multi-layer perceptron here in this one. So this is the start. Let's build our first model, model 1. Keras model sequential. We define a sequential model. This adds one hidden layer with 256 neurons and not the sigmoid but the ReLU activation function. And the input shape corresponds to the length of the flattened images, which is 28 by 28. Now model 1, and then we need this pipe operator. Layer dense, we need units 256, activation is ReLU, input shape is 784. Again, the pipe operator, layer dense, units 10, activation softmax, so this is the last layer. And the output layer with one neuron for each class. Remember, if you go back, we saw that actually we can have one Y, to which all the neurons go, maybe. Or we can have more than one output. So this would be Y2. And in this case, obviously, we have 10 units because our result is one neuron for each class, reflecting the probability for each digit, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So these are actually the two layers. This is the hidden layer, and this is the output layer. Now, that's all we need. We can print out the model summary. So we do summary model 1. It's a sequential model. You can see here, layer, dense, and dense 1, 256 and 10 neurons. We get 200, almost 201,000 parameters. The total number of parameters is 204,000. These are all trainable. So you can see it's a huge number of parameters that needs to be estimated. And this is bound to suffer from overfitting. So next, we compile the model from the previous slides with an appropriate loss function, optimizer, and error metric. So model 1, pipe operator compile. The loss is the categorical cross entropy. The optimizer is this optimizer RMS prop. And the metrics is accuracy. We want to use the categorical cross entropy for minimization and optimization of the neural network. And we are going to assess the accuracy of our model by using the accuracy. We are not using, for example, the no information rate. Now we can train the model. This results from the training steps. These are saved in the history object. So history is model 1. Pipe operator, and then we fit the neural network. Based on X train and Y train, we use 50 epochs. Remember that one epoch is one sweep over the whole data set, and it's no mini batch. The batch size is 64, number of images processed after which the parameters are again updated, and the validation split is 20%, so this provides an indication of the generalization performance of the model. That is, we split our training data into 80%, 20%, and then we use the 20% of our data for validation. Let's evaluate model 1 on the test set. Result 1, res 1, is our model 1 pipe operator evaluate x test, y test, and print both the loss and the accuracy. The accuracy is 98%. Pretty good. Model has very high accuracy, but as we will later on see, it's due to overfitting. So the model overfits in the training set. If we print out this model 1, pipe evaluate x train, y train, the accuracy is almost 100%, but we will later on see it doesn't generalize well to new data. We can also make a prediction now. So predictions is written over by model 1 pipe operator predict classes from x test. And for example, for the first one, predictions 1 for the first image in the test set, which is 7, and we can see the true value is actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, we would say yes, this is a 7. Our prediction is a 7, and the true value is given by this binary variable, and this is the binary variable for a 7. This would be an 8, and this would be a 9. So this is quite nicely. To see what happens based on the 204,000 parameters, as I mentioned, the model overfits quite drastically. And we will discuss this problem of overfitting and what to do with overfitting in the next video.